what a gorgeous day, and anytime you win, it makes it even prettier. It might have been raining sideways, it'd still be pretty when you win, but the crowd was really loud out there. It was exciting. Our kids played extremely hard, and the first half, I knew this football team's a good football team. They beat Houston 35-14. They were beating Nevada at halftime, 21-20, and had Nevada stopped them like a fourth down goal line stop to help them get ahead there. And I was just really proud of the way our kids played. I knew that once we kind of got used to their option, they kind of put in a few new wrinkles, a few misdirections that we kind of got used to, that I thought we would play really, really well in the second half, and we did. Our running game got going, and we were able to keep their offense off the field, and it was a great day to be a Spartan. And I thought that we came out in the first half at the beginning. We went down and scored and got after it and played. They had a few plays here or there, which I knew they would, but the way we finished the game shows you our conditioning, shows you the character of our football team and the toughness, and it was fun to watch.
Coach,
I'll take any questions now.
Coach, you're now one win away from clinching bowl eligibility. What's the significance of that?
We're not even thinking about it. I know that sounds like a cliche, but you can ask my players. All we talk about is forget the past, forget the future, one play, one quarter, one game at a time. And if we can take care of each week in itself, then all of that will work out. And we're in the back of our mind, we're still hoping we'd have a chance to win a WAC championship. We got beat by Utah State, and we understand that, but now we're 2-1, and we've got 3 more WAC games, and if we can take care of ourselves, and maybe it'll fall back to us. So we're doing one game at a time, and that's we are still thinking about trying to win a WAC championship.
Oh, Coach, what was the message at halftime to the players, and how did that help?
Our message at halftime, we made a few corrections that the kids adjusted well with. Defensively, made a couple of corrections. Offensively, showed them a couple of things that we could do, a couple of runs that we knew we could hit. And then we just talked about how good a second-half football team we've been, and we are. And we're in great physical shape, and we play really hard, and we play quite a few guys, and we felt like that we could do that in the second half, and we did. So they were ready to come back out in the second half and go. We were fresh. We were going. We're just in phenomenal shape, and they got great heart.
David Freeman hasn't played a huge role on this offense. When Tyler got hurt, obviously that increased his role. And
yep.
2 big touchdowns. What can you say
right.
about him?
Oh, I can't. He was ready. I talk all the time to him, and sometimes they believe me, and the older guys do now. Your role can change in a snap, and you better be prepared when that snap happens. And David was prepared. And we have him in certain packages, and we have him on special teams, but he had to carry a little bit more of a load today. Him and DeLeon had to take all the load on, and I thought they did a really, really good job at it. Really, really good job. And I was proud of David stepping in there and going. Our running backs are unselfish people. They all want to run the ball all the time. I understand that, but they also know that other people have to, and they're as happy for the other guy running as they are for themselves. And I think that's really shows a lot of character in them.
Was there a strong emphasis early on that you really wanted to get the run game going? Because
yes.
There was a lot of run plays.
Yeah, there was definitely a strong emphasis on it. You got to run the ball a little bit to run it. And as long as the game's close, I felt like we would eventually pop some of those, and we did, and we would start slowing them down on defense. But we've got to be able to do that some. Now, there might be a game we'll go into and say, hey, the way they match up on defense and what they do, we might be better throwing it 55 times. Or we'll go into a game and we might be better running it 40 times. And it all depends, and it's not a coach's cliche, we're going to do whatever we need to do to win the game. And we felt like today, if we could control the clock like we did against Navy and do those type of things, we busted a few more runs than we did against Navy, that we could keep their offense off the field, we could get used to the speed of it, and then eventually we would probably shut down their offense is what we felt like we could do. And that's the way it worked out at the end.
375 passing, almost 200 rushing. In an ideal world, is that the kind of balance you'd love to see every week?
250 and 500. 400. No, yeah, that is a good balance. If you could, if you can come out of a game, you throw for 325 and run for 125 to 150, depending on how many rushes you have to do. Again, I think it's the per rush run more than that, because you can go out and run it 60 times and run for 200 yards, and you had, I don't know, barely 3 yards of rush or whatever. I think that that's where we're trying to get some more bigger runs and get clicks of 7 to 8 yarders, and we were able to do that today. And when you're able to run some, then they start bringing people up, and they start blitzing for the run, and then we're able to hit our guys, and they made some big plays.
What did your defense do to be able to, I mean, I know a lot of it is just kind of learning and catching up to the speed. Is that anything else they did that delivered them in the second half?
They got used to the roll of it, got used to the speed of it. And, you know, you got to get used to the ride of that quarterback. You know, we try to simulate in practice, but he'll ride it and then pull it at the last second, or he'll ride it and give it, and you don't see where the ball is, and you start kind of seeing it. And that's what we were able to do. They did 2 new plays on us that hurt us, and we went in and worked on those and had a different check when they got in a certain formation, and it worked in the second half because they tried them again and we stopped them. So that was a great adjustment by our kids. We got smart kids. Dumb coaches and smart kids and good athletes makes for a good team.
It seemed early on David Bales was having a little bit of trouble getting the ball down the field. Do you think that was?
They were playing a little bit of an umbrella defense, and then as they started creeping up and we started running the ball and doing different things, and we were able to get the ball downfield. So they were playing a little bit more of an umbrella, a little bit kind of like Navy did, a little bit more of an umbrella. And I made a mistake there. We probably should have run the ball, or when we threw the pick down there, maybe should have run the ball. If we didn't get the first down, kick it and gone on up. But David's done such a phenomenal job down there. He's a phenomenal quarterback, and he made a mistake, and so what? He deserves to make a few mistakes. He'll make up for it.
Good coach.
All right. All right, thank you.